Hi everyone, I'm Daniela, and this is pasta e lenticchie, or pasta and lentils. Lentils were a common dish for me growing up, and they're a staple in Italian food. They're inexpensive, high in protein, exceptionally delicious, and really easy to make. Let's get started.
I'm using 250 grams, 1 1/4 cups of green lentils. Green or brown lentils are great in this recipe, but red lentils will fall apart in the soup. Soak your lentils for about 30 minutes while you prepare the rest of your ingredients. This process helps to shorten the cooking time. Scoop any of the floating lentils off the top of the water. These could potentially have gone bad or are just the skins, and so you don't want them in your soup. Finely chop 1 small onion. You'll also need to finely chop 1 carrot. I start by slicing my carrots into long, thin sticks and then cutting them down into the smaller chunks. You'll want to try to keep the size of the carrots consistent. Into our pot goes a tablespoon of olive oil. Turn the heat to medium-high. Now is a great time to strain off your lentils. You'll notice they've already plumped up a little bit.
At this stage, you can add in finely chopped pancetta or bacon to boost that flavor, but I think it's delicious without.
Now that the olive oil has come to temperature, add in your onions and carrots. Season your aromatics with a good pinch of salt. Once the onions have started to cook down and are translucent and fragrant, add in 2 cloves of garlic, grated or finely chopped. Let the garlic saute for about 60 seconds and then add in 25 grams or 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. If you want this to be a more tomato-forward dish, you can add in a can of crushed tomatoes. Let the tomato paste fry out a little bit in the pan. And in go your drained lentils. Time to add in your liquid. I'm using plain water, but you could add in chicken stock or vegetable stock, whichever you prefer. You'll need about 2 liters. We may need to add a little bit more once the pasta's added in. Let this mixture come to a simmer. And while you're waiting for that to happen, add in another pinch of salt, 2 magical bay leaves, and the rind from a piece of Parmigiano Reggiano, if you're using it. Once that's started to simmer, pop the lid on for 20 minutes. You want to let that cook on medium heat until the lentils have started to soften. At this stage, I like to give it a little taste to make sure there's enough seasoning, but you want to make sure not to add as much as if you were cooking pasta in regular water. You can see the lentils have absorbed a lot of that water, so we're going to add in a bit more before we add in our pasta. Add in 250 grams or 2 cups of ditali pasta, or any small pasta that you like. Still on medium, pop the lid back on and let it cook for another 20 minutes. If you're finding your pasta's not quite done yet and you're running low on water, just add in a little bit more. Give it a taste to make sure your lentils and your pasta are cooked. Then remove the Parmigiano Reggiano and the bay leaves. Finally, add in 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. This really helps to balance the earthiness from the lentils and brighten up the dish. It's really important to add an acid when you're cooking with lentils. Add in a good handful of Parmigiano Reggiano, give it a stir, and you're ready to serve. Top with a bit more cheese, e buon appetito!
For a similar but more beany recipe, check out my nonno's pasta fagioli. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.